Good morning, friends. I'm coming to you with the weekly Sunday sermon preview this morning. And the passage that we're in is from Matthew chapter 6, verses 19 through 24. I'm just going to read it for you. It says, "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth where moth and vermin destroy and where thieves break in and steal, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven where moth and vermin do not destroy and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. The eye of the lamp is the body, or the eye is the lamp of the body, and if your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eyes are unhealthy, your whole body will be full of darkness. If then the light within you is darkness, how great is that darkness?" And then Jesus ends by saying, "No one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you'll be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money." I often think about this passage when I think about investments and investment crazes that happen over time. Maybe some of you can remember a few of the ones that I'm going to mention here. At one point in time, when I was a little one, Beanie Babies were all the rage. Everyone thought these stuffed animals were the greatest. You would collect them; they would escalate in their value until one day the people of the world realized there are so many Beanie Babies out there, and the worth of these things just plummeted. And it's been a number of different things. There was another time when it was baseball cards, and we know how that happened with the baseball strikes. Those old baseball cards, their value plummeted, and at one point in time it was Pogs, and they plummeted. And then at another time it was rubber bands. Everyone had to have these rubber bands that were shaped like animals. This was when my kids were little. We go back and forth in all of these different kinds of things over time. Friends, what Jesus is trying to let us know is, in comparison to the wealth of the treasures of knowing God, doing his will, and building up for us our treasures in heaven by loving our neighbor as ourselves, all these things, all our wealth, whatever it may be, whatever we are investing in, it might as well be Beanie Babies. These things don't have eternal worth. These things don't build for us an eternal community. So I want you to be thinking about this as we're coming into to Sunday's sermon, and even as we're coming into a couple of collections that we're going to be building over the winter. First, for elementary schools, we're going to be going back to Kleenex for Kids, and then secondarily, as we're moving into the work of building up finances for LCCM in order to cover the gap. That's another thing that we're going to be doing. Or even this weekend, as you're going to disaster relief auction, the good work that is being done by Brethren Disaster Relief Ministries, and be thinking about how pouring into these investments is profitable, whereas pouring into other investments is unprofitable. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Be thinking about that. Be thinking about where you're pouring your investments into. Pray about it, and I will see you on Sunday. Take care.